Video, we are going to review how to assign a sample to a workflow. First, you want to confirm that the workflow you wish to assign your samples is activated. To do this, you can click on the Configuration tab and look under the Workflow column. There are 3 states that a workflow can be in: pending, which means that there is still work to be done and you cannot assign samples there; active, which means you can assign samples here; and finally, archived, which samples will finish the workflow if they have already been assigned to it, but you cannot assign new samples there. Now, to get our samples into the workflow, we will click on the Projects and Samples tab, then click on the project, and scroll down. The first option you have is to select the samples you want to assign to a workflow and drag and drop them into the workflow boxes that appear on the right side of the screen. A tag will appear underneath the workflow column that the samples have successfully been placed into the workflow. If you made a mistake, you can remove individual samples from the workflow by clicking the X next to the workflow name on the sample you wish to remove. If you want to remove all of the samples from the workflow, you can click the X on the workflow name on the right side of the screen, and then confirm you wish to do this by clicking Empty. As you can imagine, as your lab grows, you will get a longer list of these workflows, so you may opt to add your samples to a workflow by the second option. You can highlight the samples you want to assign to the workflow, click the Assign to Workflow button. This will show you an alphabetical list of all of the workflows you can choose. Then you can choose your workflow from the pick list. Your samples can also live in multiple workflows at one time. If this is the case, you would assign them to the second workflow the same way the first workflow was assigned, by either dragging and dropping or picking from the pick list. Once your samples have been assigned to the workflow, you can switch over to the lab view and click into the first step of the protocol and you should see that your samples are waiting in the queue view, waiting to have work done to them.